I mean, obviously you're on top of it. You know, you just don't have what you need, but you're looking in the right place.
Right. I know that, but we just got to get to where we can tie these people into it and how they're doing the cheating.
What they're doing is Kratzenberger and Dingus is they're taking the land bank. A hotel is built on land bank down there. The hotel, the armory was given away was stolen from Bill Dingus, and they gave it to Jerry Rowe. The armory that steakhouse is at.
So explain to me how the land bank works. I mean, like I'm a third grader. Explain it to me so I can understand it. They created a land bank a few years ago, and they put it up, and they called it the Lawrence County Land Bank. And then
it was totally for redevelopment. Okay, what they're supposed to do is take old broken down property and develop it and send it back into the economy. And what they're doing is they're laundering it through other buyers, and they're putting them all together and selling them off to people after so much period of time. And, you know, they have to file a business plan and expose who their principals are and everything. That's all done at the state of Ohio Secretary of State, maybe. You know, I know that I've requested them a couple years ago, and they got a website, and you know you get information back pretty rapidly.
I want to connect the land bank dots because I believe in my heart everything goes through this land bank. That's what I think. Everybody says you're scratching the surface of the corruption. I think
right,
because when you talk about a piece of property, you're talking about jobs all the way around. You're talking about from the land to the landscaping to the housing to the roofing to the drywall to the plumbing to the to the sprinkler system to the insurance to the FDIC insurance to the insurance for the tornadoes and monsoons or whatever else there is here in Ohio, right? You're talking about money from top to bottom across the board. And so I believe that everything here is based on land corruption and then drug corruption. So it rehabs, jails where, if
it's jobs too, bro.
Yeah, that's and you get jobs when you have land. There's all kinds of jobs to divvy out.
You know, the big building in Ironton that's got the windows busted out of it. That's got the right catty corner to the city building. They got a building there that's got windows they used to have some art in it. I couldn't tell anymore, but they bought that building because they got a grant to develop it. They put a transportation bus station in it, and a guy got $500,000 for a building that had more liability on it than it did what it was worth. But the land bank, the tie-in to land bank, is just the accumulation of blocks of land on 9th Street, 10th Street, and all over Ironton that they're taking away from people.
Who owns the land that they take away from? Just individual people like me and you?
No, you mean who owns title? No. Is that the land bank is the land bank assumes title of it, from what I understand. And I don't know. I don't know. I've been through the property records there and everything else. All those purchases, when you get on the county auditor, every lot there will show the transitory action, right, of that property. That's your key into the land bank, is to show the flow of who it goes to.
I don't know what it is. Little schools on lockdown. I didn't do anything. Okay, I'm just telling you, right? I'm just saying right now. Okay? I'm just letting you know. I don't know what you did, but apparently you sent a video. From what I understand, that's not true. That's caused the school to be on soft lockdown. I've got kids in school. I'm just letting you know. That's not true. But I'm telling you. I'm telling you. If you put my kids in danger, we're going to have an issue. Dude, I'm here to stay here. I'm here to stay that you've been here, and I'm done with it. Okay? I've held my peace. Today I've had enough. Okay. Schools are on soft lockdown because of your shenanigans. Are you running on this? Okay? You can handle this a completely different way. I saw the crap you done yesterday. What video? There's almost a fight broke out up there. Oh, you mean okay? I know you can't control. What did John Jacques Rousseau say about? Look, I'm just telling you. I'm not here. Look, here's the deal. Come up and threaten me. No, it's a warning. If you put my kids in danger, if you show up at the school and bring all these ignorant people down there, put my kids in danger if I have an issue. That's all I'm telling you. I know the world's full of crazy people, all right? Completely crazy. I saw it up there. You called me. You could come here and get evidence and file your lawsuits and handle it that way. But no, because you like the ratings on YouTube.
Oh, that's what I'm doing for?
You sell your merchandise.
I sell my merchandise. That's what I'm doing this for.
You think I want to get a rating? Right? You get money from YouTube, right?
Now, did you say your piece? I want to say my piece. Let's just hear it. Okay. So, number one,
Yeah.
I never sent the video to anybody.
I'm just telling you.
No, wait. I heard you out. I give you a fair shot. There's thousands watching. Everybody in town's watching. Okay. I didn't send any video to any kids. I didn't send any video to anybody. Everything I've done has been live. Every phone call I do is recorded.
Yeah.
All of my Facebook transmissions are screen recorded. Everything I do is recorded.
Well, a news station has published that you sent a video to either a parent or a student. I'm just telling you what
I didn't send any video to any
If you didn't, then that's
fine.
students. I'm just letting you know.
What news station did that? Because that's defamation.
I believe it might have been WOWK. Don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on that.
I'm going to sue you. So I didn't send a video to anybody.
Okay, well, if you didn't, you didn't.
Every
But
video
if you
I
did, I'm
posted,
letting you know.
I haven't sent a video.
I will not tolerate it. If you got
I'm right
kids,
here.
you know as well as I do.
I'm standing right here.
I'll die defending my kids. But
Let me ask you a question. Do you think I'm here to hurt your kids? Or
no, I know you're not here
Are
to
the
hurt
cops
kids,
here hurting people?
but you have caused
Are the
problems since you.
No. What's the cause of the problem? I'm the
You
symptom.
say it's
I'm the
corruption. You say it's corruption.
No, there's hundreds of people.
You say
People
it's
drive
corruption.
by honking.
But you can do this 100
Let me
different
talk.
ways.
No,
You're
I can't.
running around town trying to get people riled up over nothing.
And when they present deed, that's recorded at the recorder's office there. You can get online right now and pull up the plot of land and show who bought it, what the taxes are on it, and who bought it from them and them and them. And it'll show the transfer of land from the land bank to Kratzenberger's wife to Jerry Rowe to other people, and they're paying nothing for it. If you take every piece of land bank property and run the plot number through the county court's auditor's office there, you're going to show the whole history of it. And they can't hide that. Every piece of property has a plot number. Okay, so you just look at that number and go on the county auditor's office, and it'll show when it was sold and who it went to.
As a lot number?
Yeah, actually it's a parcel number. You know, all those guys like Waldo and the Andersons and the prosecuting attorneys, they're just leftovers from their dads, man, back in the 40s, 50s, and 60s, man. Same family business. I can't believe you heard the name Slick Hampton.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of information from a lot of different people, but I don't know these people personally, so I can't tie it all together. I need people like you to tie it together for me.
Right. That's like Vinny Sheridan. You know Vinny Sheridan?
No, I don't.
He's Kevin Waldo's right-hand man.
Vinny Sheridan?
Vince Sheridan.
What does he do?
He runs probation, makes them cut grass and all that stuff, and gets work out of that court.
Right. So then Waldo. So Vince Sheridan, he's for Waldo, and he's running probation, right?
Right. I mean, they run work crews and cut grass in the summertime and clean up rubbish piles and stuff like, county stuff for the county commissioners, I believe. Clark Collins used to put up signs where, this grass was cut by the juvenile probation department.
So then if they take in land and they have the land cleaned up for free, so the grant money that they're getting, what happens to that grant money? If they're using people who are incarcerated to do the work, then that labor is free.
But I don't know that crew cleans up those Ohio land bank lots or not. I'm just saying that's the right hand man of your boy Kevin Waldo. Where's Waldo? All these things are hypotheses to me too. You know what I'm saying? I don't have 100% of the facts or 100% of the players, but I know that there's enough there that somebody with some investigative power and resources, it wouldn't take too long to connect all the dots.
I mean, I have a lot of crowd resources, but
it costs money, Chille.
been to solvingironton.com yet and joined Gilded?
No, I don't. I haven't joined anything. I just got notified a couple of days ago that you're stirring shit in Ironton, and I looked at your stuff for all day, and I got like, hey man, somebody else is trying to put these people in their place because, you know, somebody needs to, but I couldn't do it. Where they start shooting my house, and you know, everybody communicating I get, and like, hey, they're going to kill your ass, and you're spatting out some pretty good shit. I usually don't sit down and listen to stuff for 3 or 4 hours, but I looked at a lot of your videos, and you know, you're so spot on. You know, just from struggling into a Grubhub person getting harassed driving down the street. You know, I see that you're all the way up to Ohio Land Bank and people that, you know, within a month you uncovered a lot of stuff. Look, you know, as far as checking out the entity of the land bank, it's either an LLC or a 501(c) government entity or a government entity.
The point is, though, is I need more people like you to stand up and tell me more information so I can put the dots together. And when they start shooting at me, then we know that I'm real close.
Well, you're close. You're real close. And you know, they're gonna send more than a bald-headed guy in a Honda Accord.
What's that mean?
That means that could do something bad, bro. I mean, you know, just like physically or whatever, you know. I don't put, you know, be very careful. It's a dangerous place, man. That place can be dangerous.
Well, there's some guy here who owns this. He owns a communications company. He tried to put out that I pooped my pants, and then his own friend figured out that he had found some pictures from the internet to try to say I pooped my pants. It's just the most ridiculous thing you've ever heard. And then come to find out that communication company is funded through.
Does this dude do multimedia work and shit?
Dave.
Oh man, you didn't talk to Dave.
I
know who you're talking about, bro.
He tried to get me to sit down and do an interview with him.
Yeah, Dave Lucas.
Yeah, Dave Lucas. He's a piece of shit.
Oh, yeah, he's a piece of shit, bro.
Oh, I know that. Dave Lucas tried to set up like he was going to do an interview with me, but it was all a scam. He then closed the door when I went there for the interview and locked it. He tried to say I wasn't there in time, which I was there in time. And then after I left,
hey, you know how close you are there? Him and Bill Dingus are like peas and carrots, bro. Bill Dingus are like close.
And then he said to me, he tried to say to me, you don't want to be here. You're trying to get a Netflix deal for your TV show. You don't want to be here. You don't want to be here. You want to leave. And you know, you got to be careful. This is Appalachian country around here. You need to be careful. And
is that what he said?
Right. And then he goes, and don't worry, man, I'm not going to tell anybody that you soiled yourself. And I said, what? I soiled myself. Apparently the story he created is that I went to his office, I pooped my pants, and then I ran off. And for some reason I would confide in this total stranger that I pooped my pants. So then he sends it over to his best friend. What he doesn't know is that his best friend's a confidential informant for me. So he sends it over to his best friend, and his best friend goes, he pooped his pants, and he goes, yeah, here's a picture. He sends his best friend a picture, and then the best friend looks at it and goes, wait a minute. He goes to Google and puts guy pooped his pants. He finds the pictures from 2021.
So he cropped something right off of Google and he put it out as you, huh?
Yeah, when he put man poops his pants, he just put that into Google and ended up being on a Twitter feed, right? And then, so I don't think you understand how good of friends this guy was. So Dave Lucas, his best friend, was I don't want to give away his association. They were best friends though, and so then the best friend is so offended. He's like, "Why would you lie to me after years of friendship? Over what? Why are you going so far out of your way to paint this guy from California ugly when you just made up that he pooped his pants?" And then Dave Lucas doubles down. He's like, no, he pooped his pants. He pooped his pants. And so then the best friend sends him screenshots and says, Dave, I looked it up. The picture's from 2021. And then Dave goes into this total tailspin of, well, I'm a good person. I mean, you should actually, you know what's really funny is that the best friend sent me the screenshots of the text message communication and of where Dave Lucas got the poopy pants picture.
You know, you are incredible, bro. You're in people, you know, you're right on spot. But if you don't get support and you can't continue the cause, that's gonna be terrible, bro.
I need the support of the people who live here. I need them to know.
Right.
That's what we need.
Like, you got information coming at you from 500 different places. The people there are so skeptical or so backward, or, you know, don't want to get involved, or, you know, what are you thinking, or don't want to rock the boat, or, you know, that's it keeps it from seeing the light of day. You can't. There's no disinfectant for it because nobody acknowledges it. They just overlook it. Yeah. There needs to be, you know, exposure to what's going on, especially in my hometown, you know. And it's not the only place in America. It's very, very common, and I'm sure in the South and in every municipality across the United States, it's prevalent. But it's not as bad as it is in Ironton. Ironton's probably about at the top 95%. You know.
Oh yeah, this place, as far as corruption, I've traveled the country seeking out corruption, and this place, right along the top.
Right, but there you're going to hear that it's like that everywhere. People's going to tell you there's corruption everywhere. Every place is like Ironton. It's been going on forever, and nobody can help it.
No. What's the difference? See if you know the answer. How come I have all this power when I'm a regular poor joke like everybody else? How come I have all this power?
Right now, it's because you got the camera.
Boom, you got it.
Right,
now,
bro.
And that's right. And I know how to wield it. That's the problem.
Right, and I'm with you, but you got to have results too. What's happened is old time guys like Slick Hitman that were involved in the mafia that was there, right? Their children's taken over, but in this new age society, they can't operate with doctoring books because of computers and shit and cameras.
Right.
So they're messing up because it's like, oh shit, you know, this is the way we used to do business, and now we're having oversight, and from either a guy like you or a guy like me or somebody, agencies. But as far as I don't think the connection is between the gambling and prostitution and drug side and the land bank. I don't think that connection's that strong.
No, I don't.
Those are two separate organizations.
Right. So organized crime I can't really go after, but I can go after the land bank crimes, and I just don't know how they're getting land and they're washing it, and then somehow ends up in Kratzenberg's bank account.
I with the amount of property that's there through the recorder's office, auditor's office, and showing land transfers and the names of the people that you got. Once you get onto that, it's going to lead you to a bunch of different other things. Land bank was given to the old engineer company, and then it was given to Kratzenberger, and each property there was a land transfer, but there was no money exchange. And that's you know, the question is how does a guy like Kratzenberger explain acquiring all these properties?
Well, he must be buying them from the land bank. But how does it work?
I don't know. You know, I just didn't totally get into Kratzenberger and Bill Dingus and the land bank and CAO. That's how I don't know how they're doing it, but they're doing it. And the land that the new hotel down there that they just built on, that whole area right there as you come off the highway where the gas station is, the Holiday Inn, all that land there was land bank land. They ran that used to be an old black neighborhood. They used to call that, you know, they used to call it the N town, using the N word, right? But they acquired it, through dilapidation, however we're going to take over this property, and then 4 years later, 5 years later, it sells. That land bank's been going on for about 10 years, bro, maybe longer. Not just recently. I keep hearing 2017, but it was way before that.
Yeah, I just don't want you to mention my name.
I'm not going to mention your name. They might recognize your voice. Are you scared?
Nah, I'm not scared.
Long pause.
Ice Cube says, if you're scared, go to church, motherfucker.
Nigga, you need to stop snitching. All that yip yapping and joke jacking. Nigga, if you're scared, go to church.
Thank you.